Hello there, folks. Hey, this is Joe Wazoo here. Hey, this video is going out to my buddy Lane, who called about an interesting predicament. He says, hey, Joe, I got a tag coming in from PLC, but I need to display it as a hexadecimal number. And I thought, oh, that's easy, Lane, no problem. You simply go over to data tags and go to a tag, and maybe you got a link to it, but you go to the format tab, and normally here you would select a numeric, hit the pick button, and that gives you access down here to declare it as a hexadecimal. No big deal. Perfect. Well, unbeknownst to us, Crimson will put in leading zeros before it. So Lane says, no, Joe, I want it to be just the number, not leading zeros. So I was thinking, well, you could just turn off the leading zeros. But you see right here, it's grayed out. Why? I have no idea. So since it's grayed out, there's no way I can figure out how to do it easily like this. So I took the liberty of writing a little program. So over here in programs, I've got a function block program. And I say it's a function block because it's declared, if I click the edit button here, I am sending this thing, the raw data, any integer tag that's coming from the PLC, you're sending this to it, and then it's going to return a string value that is the hex number. So, and then you can do other things with that. So I send it this. This whole program has all the variables internal. None of these tags over here are part of this. It's all internal here. So you send it that, and I declare a couple of local variables. That's what I'm doing right here. And then I go take the raw data that comes in. I do it as a base 16, convert it to a hexadecimal number, and then I convert it to a string value called temp value. And then I do a series, and by the way, the other rule is that Lane wants it to be a 4-digit number. So F is going to go from 0 to F as a 4-digit hexadecimal number. So then I go through and I use the mid function, and I basically go analyze each character from the left side over to the right. And if that's a 0, then I return 4 characters. If it's not a 0, I should say, I return 4. If it's a 0, I return 3, and so forth, all the way down to the end. And then the last case is if it happens to be all zeros, I return just a 0. So in this case, let's go over here. Look, here we go. In this example, I should also say this tag here is the raw tag, so it could be mapped to any PLC in this program. I just have it internal, but here's the formatted one. I was trying to do that. That's that format. I also thought, before I wrote the program, maybe this as text would work. Well, that didn't work for crap neither. And then I had another one where I thought I'd just do this. That didn't work either. So the hex number, this one here, actually is a string tag. See the letters A, B, and here I call that program. You might ask, how do you call that program? Well, you can try. I'll show you something. I can delete this here. You can certainly try to drag this Yahoo right here, but you'll see that Crimson won't like that because it needs a variable. Why do I have this thing shut? Here we go. Let's try it. Boom. See? So then you do this. You hit the pull down here. You go there. You say, okay, fine. I'll just type it. Find _ zeros is the name of that program over there. Then I'll do parentheses, and I'm going to send it this raw tag. So I'll just type the word tag and hit enter. Bam. It takes it. But anyway, so let's check this out, team. Let's see how it works. So let me save this, and I got all this on the display page. All those are here. You see these numbers right now? That's because I'm using the simulate as in all these. I'm simulating. I talk about this in all my classes. You can use the simulate there. So that's all I'm doing there. All right, let's download this to the emulator. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's put in zeros. This is the important thing. This is the formatted. This is the into text. Let's say I put in, how about number 10? Well, wait, let me back up. Let's take this to number 9. I don't know if you guys know anything about hexadecimal numbers, but 0 through 9 is like normal. But then when you go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F. I used to love that when I was in college, F, F, F. Anyway, so if I put in number 15, there's F. Here it is. But this is what my buddy Lane wants. He doesn't want the leading zeros. Now, if I put in 16, bam, that looks like 10, but that's 10 decimal or 10 hexadecimal, not decimal. So That's correct. What about 255? Boom. FF. Oh, that's beautiful. How about 256? Rolls over perfectly. Man, I just love it. How about 40,095? You might ask, where does he get these numbers? Special. Look at, there's FFF. And since this is a 16-bit number here, the biggest we can put in is 65,535, all ones. There you go. Pretty sweet. Now, I went a step further, and I was thinking, well, this would require, you'd have to do this on these tags, convert all time to call it. So I went and did something a little bit different. I thought, how can I make this, something easier to use as like a pre-built thing here? So if you look on the screen here, you don't see anything. If I go over the emulator, you can see there's a 0 down here. You see that right there? So watch this. If I go back here, if I just hover down here, there's something there. And you might wonder, what is that something there? Well, this is a pre-built little widget thing. And what I did here, let me just show you how I made it. I'll go over here to primitives. And in primitives, in the top core primitives, top row, I'm going to grab this data box. I'm just going to drag it out here like this for now. Just drag that guy out there like that. And then I'm going to, before I even get into this dude, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to widgetize it. And I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, this widget, it's going to get one value, and that is the tag. So I hit the edit button here. I'll put in the edit button here, put a 1, bam. Okay. Now I'm going to type here, I'll just call this tag, for instance. Just call it tag. My description here is going to be my raw tag, if you will. Okay, that's what that's going to be. It's an integer, not a real number, integer. And flags means, am I going to get it from somewhere external? Yes, I'm going to make that a tag here. Okay, so I click OK, and then I always do this. I always use the folder binding because you never know if somebody's having that folder. So I'll go ahead and enable folder binding. Now this value stays within that widget. So I click the OK button. You can still see something here. I'll click OK again. Bam. So there's my zeros. Now watch this. Let me roll in a little bit here. I want to go in and edit that data box. So watch this, team. I click away. You see it there. I click one time. I'm holding the widget. You can see it down here. I click again. Bam. I got the green border and red inside. Now watch this. I go here. Now I should be into that thing. Here's your usual data box, but here's the trick. I'm going to go over here to the right, programs, find zeros, and I know that this widget is going to use a thing called tag. So I'm going to try something. I'll put my cursor here. I'm not even going to try to drag it. Well, I can try it. Let's see what it does. Will it take it? Yeah, it won't take it. See, it won't take it. So I'll do like I just did earlier. Find underscore zeros. And then I'll do open parentheses. Type the word of the tag that I declared called tag. Close parentheses. I'm going to hit enter and watch what it does. Bam. It disappears. Now don't freak out. Yes, it disappeared there. And if I happen to click the OK button down below and then click away, it looks like it's gone, right? Yes, because there's no border, but it's still here. If I take my magic mouse, you can see it. There it is. Let me go maybe make a border so it shows up a little better. So again, I click away, I lose focus. I kind of hover, there it is, boom. Click one time, I'm holding it, click again. I'm into that thing below. Right click on that or double click, go to properties. And this time I'm gonna go to the edge and I'll give this guy just a border. Maybe we'll do 1 pixel, make it easy to see, black border. If you wanna make the background always be white, for instance, I go to the figure tab and instead of it being transparent as it is right now, I can hit the pull down here and I can do solid color and I'll choose white for my background color, like that. Okay, I'm going to click the OK button. Bam. Click away. And I might need to make the box a little bit bigger. I can see out those hazards. Just do a little bigger like that. Perfect. Now, if I want to really use this, all I got to do is right click on this thing, go to properties, and I just simply take this tag and drag and drop right there. Now you wonder, is that really going to work? Well, let's go ahead and try it. Let's save, download, ready? Look, FFF, if I change it to 0, oh, that's so thinking cool. Isn't that sweet? Oh, that's pretty cool. Now look at one step further. Heck, what do we got to lose? We're having fun here. Let's go over here, back to data tags, and let's do this. Let's create a new tag, and let's call this guy tag underscore 1. Whoops, there's my 1 right there. And on this thing, I'm going to make it be a random generator. So we'll type random open parentheses. I want this to be just 0 to F. So I'll put in the number 15, close parentheses, enter. All right, there's the first one. Let me go use the smart duplicate over here on the left. I'll use this button right here. Smart duplicate, boom. Tag number 2. You know what, team? We're going to take this up to the next level, 255. Bam, love it. Let's go do it again. What do we have to lose? Boom. Tag number 3. Let's take this to 40,000. 4,095. What an awesome number that is, by the way. And let's go one more. Bam. Tag number 4. Let's take this all the way up to 65,535. Total 16-bit resolution. Now that I've done that, let's go over here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab these, and I'll drag them out here like this. Let me zoom out just a skosh. And we'll make these right here. We'll make it a little bit bigger like this. So that's going to be the raw values. I'll move this guy. He's kind of that guy there. But you know what? We got that. Oh, hey, I can certainly take this thing, clear the binding, which gets rid of the number. I can go to the organize pull down. I can save that as a reusable widget. Let's just call this Lane's Hex. My buddy Lane, we'll call it his hex thing. The Lane's Hex, okay? I'm going to save it, the default, bam. So now I got it saved there, and I want to use that with these dudes. So I'm going to go over here to the right, primitives, go to the home directory, my primitives, slide all the way down here. I'm going to go into my widgets. Now that I got this as a widget, go here. I got lots of widget videos, team, so you got to watch those. And if I go into widgets here, okay, yeah, I got lots of these. But in widgets, all the way down the bottom, hey, there's Lane's Hex widget right there. How cool. I'm going to take this guy out here. I'm going to drag it right here. I'll set it right here. And I'm going to right-click, go to Properties. You know what? I want that one to be this guy. Bam. I hope that works. Let's try it. And what if I right-click and do a Smart Duplicate? That just makes a copy. I don't think it increments to tag number 2. It would be nice if it did. If anybody watches this from Redline, that'd be really cool if it did. But I want this one to get from tag 2. So I'll drag 2 right there, like that. Perfect. And I'll hit the OK button. I'll do right-click, Smart Duplicate once again. Right there. This one will be tag number 3. Properties. This guy here. There we go. And we'll do Smart Duplicate once more time. One more time on this guy right there. Bam. Go to Properties. I should make these bigger, but here we go. Drag that guy right there. Oh, that's just so nice. And just for giggles, I'm going to make these a little wider. Like that. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'll line it with the top of this dude. There we go. This one will line up the top with the other one. Right there. We'll do the same with this guy here. I really should reset my computer today. It's been a long day. And we'll do this last one. Line with the top of this guy here. All right, let's see what happens. Save it. Ready? Gotta ask yourself. You feel lucky? Let's see. Oh, that is just so cool. That's just so cool. That's exactly what my buddy Lane wanted. He didn't want these zeros. He said, Joe, I just want to see the number, not the lead zeros. There you have it, team. I got it set up as a program over here on the left under programs. There it is. If you want to copy this, really, this is so cool. You can simply copy this program into yours, and it's going to work as a function block. It doesn't get better than that. Anyway, don't be afraid to send me a note. If you want to copy this database, I'll certainly send it to you. Just say, hey, Joe, send me the no leading zeros hex number, and I'll send you the program. Thanks a lot, folks. Have yourself a great day. See you later.